Good morning. Each of the judges from the Spokane Interstate Fair, my name's Dee Cloyd and I am one of them. I'm also one of the superintendents at the new exhibit. Have been asked to do a review, a critique on an image or two that they found through the judging process. I found a couple that I felt deserved a little bit of attention, would be a good educational process for not only the viewers but the photographer, the maker as well. The one that really stuck out to me was this one. This title is called Fungi, Funguy. That is a superb title. Anyone that knows me knows that I really appreciate a good and clever title to an image, and I think that was done outstanding. I really like this image. When I first see it, I go, oh my God, I just love this. So the point of me bringing this one up is to show the score that was actually given, which I 100% agree with, and how with very small things that this could have been heavily enhanced score-wise. Now let's talk about a few things. This mushroom, this fungi, is bullseyed in the center of the shot. Nothing wrong with that, but I think it would be much more appealing to the eye if we moved it over either to one side or the other, more in rule of thirds. If it were mine, I would move it to something like this. I think it would be more appealing to the eye. Now, let's talk about a couple of other things. I love this diagonal line through here and the fact that this image is straight up and down because mushrooms grow straight up. So that is fantastic. This little thing here is distracting. I think that could be taken out. This here is also distracting. That could be taken out. And we've got some little things here that could be taken out as well. I think that would help the image. The one thing that I think is seriously lacking here, let me zoom in here, is that it's not sharp in the right place. Now let me zoom back out. When you instantly look at this image, if I turn it off and then back on again, your eye immediately goes right here. This here should be the sharpest of anything in this image. Now I'm very aware, I studied this image very carefully, I'm very aware that a large aperture was used, which I can't disagree with. I love the fact that your background has a lot of beautiful bokeh falling off into out of focus. That's wonderful. But I think using just a slightly larger aperture, 4.0, 5.6, would have pulled enough of that entire mushroom, fungi, into focus that it would have made it much more appealing. This little piece here doesn't bother me that much. You could have taken it out, but I don't think that's a huge thing. And we do need to point out that there's no loss of detail in the darks, even in here. If you zoom in real close, you can see that there's a lot of detail in there. But there is loss of detail in the overexposed area. Back in here, way back over in here, and a little bit right in the center of interest right here. Now, what would I do to really make this thing pop? This is a perfect example of one that off-camera flash, and that could be done as simply as a pocket wizard or a radio slave of any kind. Pull that flash away from the camera and put it, if I had my way, I'd put it way over to the left. And therefore, we would light up some of the area down here, some of the area under here. And if we adjusted the exposure correctly, it wouldn't just flash the whole thing and make it obviously done by off-camera flash. If you adjusted your exposure correctly, it would still look like natural light, but with a gorgeous shadow coming off to the right-hand side. This image could have very easily have been 13, 14, or 15. Absolutely no question about it. The way it was submitted, unfortunately, and I have to agree with this, is composition is a 3, Impact is a 2, and technical is also a 2. I will reiterate, the composition could have been a 4 or a 5. The impact could have been a 5, and the technical could have been a 4 or a 5. That's why I'm saying this could have been way up there. This could have easily been doubled this score, or close to it. I just wanted to take the opportunity to take this image, which I really like, and show some things that could have been heavily improved by this. By the way, the offer is open. My door is always open. If you want to come in and actually experiment on some things like this so that I can actually show you how to do this off-camera flash and meter it correctly, I have no issues with that at all. Come and see us at the Interstate Fair. Fun guy, a total of 7 points.